Hi Virgo, welcome to my third channel, my Virgo only channel. My name is Chelsea. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I post every day bringing you the latest updated tarot reading. In this reading, for those of you in separation, we're going to find out how do they feel about you today. Today is the 17th of January 2024. Time here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia is 6:12 a.m. Okay, Virgo, let's get your reading started. Spirits and angels, please show me for Virgo in separation right now. How does the person feel about Virgo? Virgo, please bear in mind that roles can be reversed between you and the person you're in separation with. One sec. This one wants to come out. I'll take it. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles. I like the Queen of Pentacles. It has been coming out a lot in your reading. That means no matter what, even if you're separated from your person, they still respect you. They still see you as somebody very committed, loyal. I guess committed, loyal is the same thing, similar. Reliable. Nine of Pentacles, somebody very independent, somebody very abundant. And the Temperance is right here. They feel like you're a good person. You're actually a good person, okay? But you got the okay. This is the angel, and then this devil. Obviously, something has happened, right, between two of you, and this is why there is a separation. So there's the angel on one hand, and then the devil on the other. So they do feel really good things about you, but of course, there are some negative things as well with the devil. Could be anything, okay? Obsession, jealousy, controlling issues, or addiction, or it can be any of those things. Okay, Virgo, nobody is perfect, but the devil could also indicate that your person in separation right now still feels very connected to you, attached to you, okay? But the attachment may not be healthy, may not be a healthy attachment. I guess it's like good things comes with a bad as well. It may not be a healthy attachment, but at the same time, I feel like they could be attached to you because of those good things that you brought to the table, okay? Whatever the case is, Virgo, I don't see your person in separation right now actually think about you badly, okay? It could be since there are two here, the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So I would say that 80% of the time, or 90% of the time, they do feel positive feelings for you, okay? Maybe there's 10% with the devil here where they could be feeling as though something that could have led to the separation between two of you. Now the moon here is in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now Virgo, I do see them resisting moving forward with you, resisting thinking about you. But they still can't help it because the devil is attached, right? These chains are chaining these two people together. Now we've got the Hermit here in reverse. They could also feel as though you have bad feelings about them, okay? You may see them as somebody not so good, okay? Somebody toxic or somebody unhealthy. Again, it could go vice versa. The Wheel of Fortune here is in reverse. So even though in separation, they're still stuck, they still haven't moved on yet, okay? Six of Swords here is also in reverse, so another stuck energy. So for those of you Virgo, if you're wondering if your person is in separation right now, if They've moved on. I don't think so, okay? But they're also, they haven't moved on, but they're also not moving towards you, not taking actions towards you, okay? Because again, there's this stuck energy and Chariot in reverse. There's no forward movement. Now, the Seven of Wands in reverse indicates them feeling as though you've given up, or they may want to give up, but they still feel very attached, okay? The Hermit, again, in reverse indicates them feeling kind of lost. It feels like stuck in the middle because the Devil is in the middle right now. Stuck in the middle because these two major kanas are in reverse. So they may feel like, okay, I'm really stuck in the middle. I see Virgo as somebody who brings a lot to the table, somebody who's actually good, kind, independent, self-sufficient, reliable, committed. But then on the other hand, they feel like there's something that could be coming in between the two of you, because the Devil, there are three here, right? The Devil is coming in between the two of you. So anything that is devilish, we know what they are: toxicities, negativities, anything, any sorts of negative energy, okay? Let's pull out more cards here, Virgo. Let's see more. Got the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. They still may feel like maybe there is hope to see you again, to reconcile with you. And then the Page of Wands here is in reverse. Now, the person you're in separation from could be a fire sign: Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Capricorn, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus again, Sagittarius again, Taurus, okay? Now, the Star is somebody. Now, no matter what, Virgo, even though things have not been perfect, but the Star, look at the stars. This one is big, these ones are little. You still shine the brightest, right? You're still somebody that could be the best that they've ever had, okay? And now the Devil, the Temperance, and the Star, these three major kanas are in an upright position. So that means it's like things can get really, really good when it gets really good, and things can get bad when it gets really bad. Okay, really good, really bad. But the Star can indicate them feeling like, hey, if only this could be healed, right? Healing energy, Ten of Cups. If only these things could be fixed, then maybe we can be together again. Hierophant Candy K, maybe some of you were married, may not always mean that, okay? But if you were not married to this person, I do sense them feeling like they've learned a lot from you. They've learned a lot from this relationship or marriage, if you were married to this person. Again, the Hierophant is a good person. It's a good energy. They could be feeling like you're somebody. This is, the Hierophant is somebody who will always try to do the right thing. So they may feel like you've always tried to do the right thing. You have a really good intention. They understand that. They know that. But then again, the Devil here, something is coming in between two of you. Be anything, right? Six of Wands here is in reverse. They feel like they have failed, and personally, either they feel like they have failed personally, or that they have failed you or failed this connection. Okay, three sides. Bear in mind, Virgo, these are general readings, so it may not be 100% accurate. If you'd like to book me for a personal reading, which everyone tells me that I'm very accurate. It's not one person who tells me, who has ever told me that I'm not accurate, okay? Just send me an email. All the information is in the description box. In the description box below. Now, Six of Wands in reverse. A Temperance. Another healing energy. They feel like they would like to heal this connection, but they're not confident about it, okay? The Six of Wands in reverse, not feeling so confident because maybe they've fallen from grace or something has happened and it was embarrassing to you or to them. And then we've got the Moon here in reverse. Now the Devil and the Moon, these two can actually indicate fear. They may have some fear. Sometimes they fear of reconciling with you. And sometimes they feel like maybe it can happen, right? But again, Virgo, there are two sides here. It's almost like them having one angel on one shoulder and then the devil on the other shoulder. Sometimes they feel like, hey, you know what? With Virgo is good. Virgo, they see all the positive things about you. But then there are memories or certain things about the connection that they feel like maybe this cannot work out. Maybe this cannot be healed. But a lot of healing energy here, Virgo. So I do sense your person feels like they really want to heal this connection, even though both of you are separated, because at the end of the day, it doesn't look like it was all bad. It didn't look like it was all bad. You know, one of those situations where after separation, you look back and you go, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I dodged a bullet, right? But this is not the case though, Virgo. It feels like they didn't feel that way, like I dodged a bullet. Like, no, not like that at all. It feels more like, you know, if only things would have been this way or that way, if only I would have been this way, or if only Virgo would have been a certain way, that maybe this would have worked out. This was actually pretty good, like 80%, 90% of the time. But maybe there were some deal breakers, you know, here and there, whatever it could be for each and every one of you. It's different. Again, this is a general reading. So, Virgo, they still feel, I would say, strongly for you because the devil is here, right? You are different from the rest. And this is why I feel like it's difficult for them to kind of release you. This is the reason why. They still haven't completely moved on yet. They see your value. They see your worth. Again, they see what you bring to the table. But the devil is the deal breaker. Whatever the devil could be, okay? Look at it. There is a deal breaker here. And the devil is a major arcana. So in this person's mind, it's big, right? It's big. But it really depends, right? For some people, the deal breaker would be, I don't want to have kids. Or I want to have kids, right? Not aligned, basically. Or the deal breaker would be, I don't want to convert to your religion. And another deal breaker would be dealing with family who disagree, any sorts of obstructions, okay? Could be third party, as in somebody could be married, or somebody who has a lot of baggages from their past, children. I wouldn't call children as baggages, but you know, let's be realistic here. I have friends who would say, hey, I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who has children, because they can't see themselves being a good parent. You know, they can't see themselves being responsible for other people's children. Okay, I mean, to each their own, right? We all have our type, our requirements. So it could also be because of distance, a deal breaker, another deal breaker. Could be because of anything, right, that's coming between two of you with the devil here. Or addiction. I know personally where I have stopped talking to someone, stopped dating someone. Sorry that I'm laughing. You know why I'm laughing? Okay, let me tell you a little bit of a story here. There's this guy I met, right? I'm still like contemplating, to be honest. He's like the sweetest guy ever. I met him at a party. I was celebrating the 100K subscribers with my friends, and I met this guy. He was tall, he was handsome, he was a gentleman. It was very funny because he came up to me and he asked, "Hey, can I get you a drink?" And I said, "Sure. What do you want?" I said, "Water," because it was at the end of the night already. I have had way too much, so I knew I couldn't drink anymore, and I still want to be. And I fell because I was like trying to catch up with my friend, and my friend was like kind of pulling me, and she was walking way too fast, and I was wearing heels, and I fell. But I was like, okay, no more drinks for you. So anyway, he asked me for a drink, if I wanted a drink, and I said, yeah, sure. And he said, what do you want? I said, water. And he was shocked. He was like, okay. He After that, he told me, he said, I've never had any girl said she wants water. I said, yeah, that's because I'm done drinking already, you know, above my limit. So he says, okay. So it was a gentleman and everything, and then we talked. We talked until like super late. We didn't do anything, but like we talked, and he really liked me and I really liked him. But you know what was my deal breaker? I'm laughing because maybe it's something that maybe it's something for some of you, maybe it's not a big deal, but for me it was a big deal. Okay. Um he had BO. He had BO. Okay. So, but he dressed well and he was tall. He doesn't look like his clothes were dirty or anything. Even his sneakers were clean. But he had BO. There are people who don't like to wear deodorant, right? But I don't know what to say to him. I don't know how to tell him, like, we're not that close for me to, he's not my boyfriend, say, ugh, you stink, like, can you go take a shower, or like, you know, put on some deodorant. I couldn't say that, so I just sort of like, you know, it wasn't so bad. Okay, it wasn't so bad. Like 1 to 10, it was maybe like a 5. Okay, I would say it's a 5. But maybe also I have a very strong sense of smell. I can smell everything. It's a weird thing, but this is why smell is so important to me. But anyway, and he's been calling me and texting me, and I just kind of was very cold towards him, and I felt so bad because to me, at the back of my mind, that was all I remember, the good things, the good conversation and everything. Like we were attracted to each other, but by the back of my mind, I was like, but I can't, like, I don't know how to tell him. If I tell him, it might embarrass him. It might change the dynamic of a connection. And then I might make him feel emasculated or something negative. And on the other hand, I was feeling like, I don't think I can date somebody with BO, you know? So, hence, the devil is here, okay, Virgo. So you may be separated from someone, this person that could be, you know, there could be some sort of deal breaker. But this is big, right? This is why I was telling you that story, because for me it's big, but for some of you it might be like a small thing, right? You just tell him to buy him deodorant, whatever, you know. But I don't know. I've been just like sitting on a fence. It has been days since then, and he has been calling me, texting me, can we meet? Can we meet? And I was just like, oh, I'm kind of busy, blah, 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 which I am actually, but you know, again, Virgo, this is a general reading, right? For each and every one of you, it's different, but there is some sort of a deal breaker here that I feel your person in separation right now, they could be feeling like there is one deal breaker right there, okay? Could be, again, jealousy issues, controlling, addiction, abuse, anything, depression. I've also had friends that I've disconnected from because they were, it's okay. I mean, you know, depression is actually a very common thing, but if they dump it on you all the time, calling you all the time, crying like all the time, like it's never solved, it can feel very draining. I would just distance myself from them, okay? It has happened a few times with few of my friends. So, but anyway, Virgo, despite all of these, whatever the deal breaker was for each and every one of you, again, it's different. Queen of Cups come out first. We've got the High Priestess, Ten of Cups. They still feel quietly, right? The High Priestess and the Hierophant here. Quietly, they still feel like they want to be with you, okay? Ten of Cups, they do think about how would it be if both of you would reconcile? How would it have been if both of you didn't separate, right? And Five of Pentacles in reverse. So many cards, Virgo, that are leaning towards them feeling like they don't actually want this to be over, okay? They do entertain with the thought of, what if we didn't break up? What if we didn't divorce? What if we didn't separate? Could we have been happy together? Now again, Virgo, this is not somebody who thinks that, Virgo, I'm so glad I left Virgo. Oh my gosh, so this and that. No, not like that, Virgo. It's more like, I wish things would have been different. I wish our circumstances would have been different. I wish this little thing could be fixed. But it feels like, although they hope it could be fixed, but the devil is also very overpowering, very overpowering. So I do see them just basically split into two, right? At times, they feel super good about you, entertain with the thought of reconciling, and entertaining with the thought of what could it have been if both of you didn't separate. But also there's the other side that goes like, oh, but that part is like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean, Virgo? They do feel like you are somebody highly intuitive. You're a good person. You are educated, or you're smart. If you're not educated, not everybody is educated, but it doesn't mean that people who are not educated are smarter than the ones who are educated, okay? Saying education because the Hierophant and High Priestess can indicate that. If not, it's just you being a good person, right? You abide by the rules most of the time. Most of the time, I'm saying that because there's a devil here, right? But there's something here, again, this deal breaker that I think they still can't quite move past that, okay? Because the Chariot here is in reverse. This is like, again, that the Chariot is somebody who, it's in reverse now, yeah. Maybe it was in a upright position before. They could have been feeling like, hey, this could have been successful, and then suddenly it turned to the other way around. So something that made them feel like, okay, I need to kind of stop this, or that they feel you've been feeling that way about them, or you felt that way about them. Maybe you put a stop to this connection, and they actually feel bad about it, because right next to it is the devil here. Again, Virgo, it could go vice versa, okay? I feel like both of you aren't talking right now, okay? Or with very little communication, if there's any at all. And the Queen of Cups in reverse. Now, this is a queen. If you're embodying the queen here, which there are two queens right here, Virgo, the person is separated from may feel like, okay, the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess may feel like sometimes, yeah, a little bit paranoid, maybe, but Virgos are highly intuitive. The only problem with sometimes being somebody who is intuitive, okay, we all have intuition, okay, but our fear can be mistaken as intuition. Now, your person is separated from may feel paranoid about you, or that they feel you're paranoid about something, right? About them being overly emotional. Queen of Cups in reverse. You know how they say like the EQ and the IQ, emotional intelligence, and the other type of intelligence. When the Queen of Cups is in reverse, her EQ isn't that high. I'm not saying that that's you, okay? Again, it could go vice versa. But they may feel like, okay, you've got a lot of things going on in your life, which they do respect who you are as a person. But there's something about the emotions here. Okay, this is just for some of you, not all of you. Either too emotional, or there's something going on behind the scene that they feel, again, could hinder this connection from moving forward, or may have caused the separation. That's just for some of you, okay? Now, like overly sensitive, the Queen of Cups in reverse, or paranoid, okay? That's just for some of you, not all of you. I don't know, I got a comment lately saying that, oh, your reading has been so negative these days. Like, okay, you want to go be delusional all the time? Life is not perfect, okay? There's some positives, there's some negatives. If there's some energy that is negative for whoever who need to hear it, somebody who is sad, I believe that somebody commented on that video of the lonely Virgos, right? And I see so many likes, and I could tell that a lot of you may have resonated with it. But then there's one person who's like, oh, it's so negative, blah, 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 blah. And you're very annoying for saying that it's negative, okay? Life is not perfect. Again, there's positives and negatives. If your life is so positive, move on, move along. You don't need to watch this video, because I specifically put it on the title for the lonely Virgo. If you're not lonely, then don't watch that video, okay? But anyway, Virgo, the person you are separated from may feel that there's something about your emotions that for some of you, that could be that deal breaker, right? With the devil here. Not all of you, but if they are embodying the Queen of Cups in reverse instead, again, it's a general reading, right? So if it's vice versa, it's them feeling sad, right? This is a crying queen, so they could be keeping quiet with the High Priestess, keeping it a secret that they're actually sad, that this connection didn't come to fruition, okay? All right, Virgo, this is your reading. I hope you resonated in some way, shape, or form. If you did, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. If you want an accurate reading tailored just for you, just send me an email, chelseareads888@gmail.com, okay? And you can, all information in the description box below. If you like to catch me during my live stream, go to my main channel, Chelsea Love Tarot. I wanted to go live yesterday, but suddenly, again, there was no electricity, so I was like, okay, better not. So I think maybe later today I will go live, okay? Check my main channel out. If you don't know, I have a main channel. Go and hit like and subscribe, and hit subscribe and hit on the bell notification button, so you'll be notified when I go live, and as well as on this channel as well, if you want to be notified every time I post your videos. Take care, Virgo. I love you guys. Bye.